What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Hill Homestead. My name is Austin. Thank you for joining us today. In today's very exciting video, we are displaying our brand new Wolfe Ridge 17 VS wood splitter. The VS stands for vertical splitter. We just had this delivered recently, but I definitely wanted to wait it until I could video it so you guys could see firsthand the very first log to go through this wood splitter. But first, let me give you some specs on this thing and tell you why this thing's so special. We're gonna do a quick walk around on what I know about this machine off the top of my head. This, I do know, is a 13 horsepower Honda engine and a 28-gallon aluminum hydraulic tank. This splitter does come with 2 jacks to kind of keep everything level, and then 2 more, they're not jacks, but kind of kickstands back here on the back to keep everything level as well. If you want to shorten the splitter down, all you have to do is pull this red pin here, and this hitch will swing that way almost flush with the machine. Let's see what else. As I explained, vertical splitter, so the splitter actually comes down. This tabletop is a lift top, so it will come all the way to the ground, which I will show you in the video. You can roll these big rounds up onto it so it saves your back and lifts them right up onto the table. This, you pull the pin, and this yellow foot lever is what you use to operate the splitter, and it is electric start as well. Here's your log lift. I think it comes with 14-inch rims, 24-inch tires, I believe is what it is, and a very good suspension. This thing can tow up to 80 miles per hour on the interstate. So very excited to break this thing in and show you guys how it works this morning. Along with trying out the brand new wood splitter, we're also going to try out the firewood pallet that we built a couple videos ago, see how it holds, see how it carries on the tractor, and we'll see if this system works for us. It's time to get this thing started. Once I get it started, let it warm up while I gather up a few smaller logs. I don't want to jump in anything big yet. Kind of do a little warm-up phase with it, I guess you could call it. But I'll bring this log lift down so that way I can slide a lot of smaller rounds on it that I've got laying here, and we'll slide them through and we'll see how they split. Then later on in the video, I've got some pretty good sized oak rounds excuse me, oak rounds here that I'll be able to put this, log lift to the test here. This one right here. And I don't know if you guys could see well, I just look. So I was able to fit 6 smaller rounds onto this tabletop and it not even get onto my work table yet. So that's right there. I mean, other than loading it, I had to walk back and forth to the pile, but this will cut down my time so much just by doing this. So let's get to splitting. With that being the first time I've used this machine, that took me 5 minutes, which is, you know, fairly fast for, you know, one guy to fill up almost the whole row here of firewood in 5 minutes. But that tabletop is so slick, sometimes it was working against me and sliding some of those, you know, uneven cut. They weren't necessarily cut flush or straight. It would kind of kick them out to the side. So I had to pay attention to that. But this powder coated top is gonna last me a long time. So, you know, I prefer that powder coated top. And you guys might notice that this machine is also olive green. Wolfe Ridge makes a couple different colors, but this is the one that they had in stock. They didn't have any of the reds or the grays in stock. The only gray one that they had a conveyor belt on it, which would be the 17 VS-C vertical splitter dash conveyor. But the conveyor didn't make sense for me. Plus it was a lot more money to spend. So this system, I believe, is working perfectly for us. But now I'm going to put some bigger rounds on to the log lift there and see what it can do. That is a very pretty piece of wood right there. It's a nice red color. But we're going to keep on splitting. that was pretty cool. That was a really big log. I actually loaded these logs with a tractor. The pile that's on the ground that is not stacked up nice. So this pile right here on the ground, not that pile against the shed. I actually got it off of a job and I loaded it with the tractor, but those logs were already cut. So I did not get to cut them the way I wanted to. So some of them are going to be too long. Like this one right here on the ground. I already know it's too long. It's probably almost, 22 inches probably. And it's not gonna fit underneath of this to be able to split, nor would it fit in my wood stove. So if it doesn't fit under here, then I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm gonna take my chainsaw and cut it a little bit shorter and split it that way before stacking it onto a pallet. Because like I say, if I'm splitting something that big, it's for fire pit use, but I can't split it on here, so I'm just gonna cut it. But I just worked through that log. I didn't time that one, but really fast. So I am absolutely thrilled with this purchase. I think that it is going to last us a very, very long time, and we will get a lot of good use out of this. So you've already probably questioned it by now. Why was it necessary for me to get a vertical log splitter? For me personally, I'm 6'2", and I don't like to be bent over, hunched over, working, splitting wood, lifting logs. And I do know that there are other companies, there are other wood splitters that are equipped with the log lift. But the main reason I did not go with the horizontal also was not only because I didn't want to be hunched over, but the second reason is a lot of them, the log lift is on the opposite side of the controls. Wolfe Ridge, I know you can stand on the log lift side and, kind of stretch over. And they also come with the multi-split and things like that. But I don't know, I know where my wood pile is gonna sit. I know it's gonna work for me. I know that I could just pull this right up beside the wood pile, roll logs onto this log lift them up, and be able to stand here comfortably along the side of the wood splitter here and never have to bend over other than stacking them into a pallet. And bending over to stack small pieces into a pallet is a lot more efficient for me rather than lifting, 100 to 200 pound log up onto a log splitter and or a log lift, when I can just roll it over to it and then just stand the rest of the time. Also, this channel is not near big enough to have a sponsorship. So this is our machine. We did purchase this machine and we plan on having it for as long as it will last, and hopefully that is my lifetime. So hopefully that the paint will wear off of this thing before the engine does, or any other thing goes wrong. But so far I am absolutely thrilled with this purchase. I'm so excited about it. So we're going to continue splitting some other logs and kind of put a dent in this pile of the things that I can split, due to length. And then we will come back another day and cut the ones that I cannot. We're gonna have a little bit of fun with this, with just from here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 full rounds, 4 half rounds, so 14 rounds here. We're gonna cut them up. It is 9 o'clock right now. I think about every camera I've got is pretty set up. There's only one more down there, but we are going to see how fast we can split and stack this entire pile right here, just to see how we do the first go around here. All right, it is 9:01 and was it 14 seconds. So let's do it. currently 9:13. So that took, 12 minutes to to split, but we were including stack time in this as well, so. So there it is. It is 9:20. So going through that, splitting those rounds, and yeah, I was hustling a little bit more. I'm basically like a kid. So tell me you're gonna time me, I'm gonna try to do it faster. So about 20 minutes, almost right on the dot, to get all that split. And I could fill up the top here a little bit better, but almost an entire face cord of wood. I know the back half of it was from earlier, so that's not all in 20 minutes. But, almost 2 rows, probably a row and a half of this wood was split and stacked in just 20 minutes. So I'm not sure if you noticed exactly how quickly this thing was bouncing back up, this splitter, but it has a 4-second cycle time, meaning you can go all the way down to the table and back up within 4 seconds. So I was able to split those rounds a lot faster than I normally would have with a regular wood splitter. While this is only a 17 ton, it made very light work of everything that I just threw at it. And the log lift's gonna be a game changer. The tabletop, being able to stand here and work, will let me work a lot longer without my back tiring out on me. Man, I am so pumped about this. It's, it's hard to explain, but that is the initial review, I guess, of this log splitter. Well guys, that is pretty much going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know this isn't our typical video, but we do a lot of different things on this channel. This is going to entice me to do a lot more wood splitting videos, having this machine here. If this is your first time to this channel and you clicked on it due to the fact of the Wolfe Ridge 17 VS being in the title, welcome. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Hopefully, we caught your attention enough to go check out some old videos and subscribe to the channel. But like I say, there's going to be a lot more of this to come, of this wood splitter, and a lot more reviews to come as far as trying different things with it. And hopefully the productivity, which I'm sure it will shoot up as far as our wood splitting goes. But thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I am already late for where I'm supposed to be, so I gotta skedaddle. But if you haven't already, go ahead and like, subscribe, and guess we'll see you next time. Thanks.